Dodgers Yankees, a rematch of the 2024 World Series. We're previewing it. We're telling you what we want to see, what I want to see the Dodgers do in this series. Also, we've got some positive injury updates. A pitcher elects to leave the Dodgers organization. We're talking all that more coming up next on a jam-packed episode of Dodgers Dugout Live.
It's time for Dodger baseball.
Welcome to Dodger Stadium.
This is the golden age of Dodger baseball. The Dodgers are building a dynasty.
You got it, Ryan Parade. We got it, Ryan. The Dodgers punch back and head to the championship series. Ohtani starts the 50-50 club. Monkey magic. Freeman hits the ball to right field. She is gone. Start the party, Los Angeles. Your Dodgers have won the World Series.
Think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out. What is up, Dodgers Nation, and welcome to another episode of Dodgers Dugout Live, the #1 Dodgers show and podcast on YouTube. My name is Doug McKain. You can follow me on X and Instagram at DMac_LA, credential member of Dodgers Media. By the way, if you guys are at the game, I'll be there tonight. I will be there on Sunday. Catch me walking around the concourse, get an interview. Got some fun stuff planned for this series against the New York Yankees. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button, hit the like button. I asked you guys over on the X, I'll talk about this just a little bit. What was the bigger mistake for the Yankees in Game 5 of the World Series? 47% of you say Aaron Judge's drop, while 53% of you say Garrett Cole not covering. So let me get your thoughts on that, but we got a lot to get into, guys. It's Dodgers Yankees. These are the two biggest franchises in the sport, two of the most storied franchises in all of sports are facing off tonight, a 3-game series at Dodger Stadium. All games nationally televised. Tonight is on Apple TV, so hopefully you do get Apple TV. If not, hit me up, man. I'll give you my password. I don't care. I want everyone to watch Dodger baseball. We got lots to get into, though. About to head over to the stadium, so it's going to be a quick one, but let's get right into it.
Leading off, the hottest story in Dodger baseball.
So the hottest story in Dodger baseball is this Dodgers-Yankees, a rematch of the 2024 World Series. Both teams are off to a good start in 2025. The Dodgers have had their struggles in the month of May, but the Yankees, they played very well late. The Yankees are 35-20, a plus 113 run differential. They have a 6.5 game lead in the American League East. It's the largest division lead in all of baseball right now. The Dodgers are sitting at 34-22 with a plus 65 run differential. They have a 2-game lead in the National League West. But the difference between these two teams heading into this series is the Dodgers are heading into this series trying to get right while facing opponents that are above 500 for a 29-game stretch. They have a depleted bullpen, a depleted rotation, and they're really just trying to stay above 500. They came off a road trip where you go 3-3. You had the chance of getting a series win, but you didn't have your best 8th inning there. You gave those 5 runs. And these two teams, though, they're really trying to, I think, use this series as almost a way to measure where they're currently at. And yes, at the end of the day, no matter what, it is a 3-game series at the end of May in early June. There's no doubt about the fact that, yeah, it's not going to be a determining factor in who wins the World Series this year, but it's definitely a good way to kind of judge where you're at right now. Like I said, the big difference here is both these teams have been trending in different directions in the month of May. The Dodgers, they're 13-12, just 1 game above 500 in May. Not terrible when you consider the injury situation, when you consider that this is the toughest stretch that the Dodgers have right now. You already took on the Diamondbacks, the Mets, the Guardians, all teams that have put together rosters that they feel can make a deep run in the postseason. Then now you got a Yankees team that's right up there as the favorites to win the World Series. But this Dodgers team needs to use this series to get their act together as far as just playing quality baseball for 9 innings and getting the most out about what they have right now. Because right now the Dodgers are 5-7. Their last 12 games. Like I said, you have that terrible loss to the Guardians, so you got that bad taste in your mouth still with that 5-run 8th inning. You're up 4-2, and then it becomes a 7-4 win for the Guardians in that one. The Yankees, though, I think the big question for the Dodgers in this one is, can you get the Yankees to cool off? Are the Yankees due for a little bit of a downward swing on the West Coast against tough competition? Because the Yankees have won 5 in a row heading into this one. They won 16 of their last 20 games. They won the last 7 straight series that they've been in. They swept the Angels in Anaheim earlier this week. And that same Angels team, they had their way with the Dodgers earlier this month. So let's consider the competition here and consider that, hey, the Yankees have the momentum. The Dodgers are trying to just play above 500 baseball while they can continue to get some arms back and get healthy. So we'll see from that standpoint if the Dodgers can really put it together. Now, you look at the pitching matchups in this one, and tonight you have to give the advantage to the Yankees for the Friday night game, because the Dodgers, you're going out there with Tony Gonsolin, and Tony Gonsolin has definitely had his moment so far since coming back. The swing and miss has been up, a 4.68 ERA, 28 strikeouts, but he has also allowed some hard contact, and he didn't have his best start in his last outing. He was dealing with the bleeding thumb against the Mets a couple series ago. I mean, there have been times where Tony Gonsolin really has shown flashes, but then he's also kind of looked a little rocky at times. And I think if you're Tony Smokes and the Gonslinger in this one, you just want to build. And you want to continue to build. Last 2 starts for Tony Gonsolin, he's given up 4 earned runs. He had 4 against the Angels, gave up 4 against the Mets. The hits are piling up a little bit, but his first couple starts back, you saw good swing and miss. Things were starting to trend the right direction. And then you got a Yankees team with Max Fried. And I've heard it from you Dodgers fans out there. I've heard it from Dodgers Nation. D-Mac, we should have signed Max Fried. Harvard Westlake, Santa Monica. I get it. Max Fried has had a really, really good year so far. Max Fried is in a position to contend for the American League Cy Young. He has been great. A 1.29 ERA, 67 strikeouts, a 7-0 record. Not a wins and loss guy, but still, he's been really, really good. And we'll see if Max Fried takes this throughout the entire season and dominates in the postseason, and Blake Snell's injured or Blake Snell gets rocked in the postseason, I will take my L. But right now, even if I had to go back, I still think that Blake Snell made more sense because it's a really long commitment that he signed for the Yankees. And that is a lot of years on that contract that he signed. An 8-year, $218 million contract for Max Fried. And a $20 million signing bonus, a full no trade. That's a very long-term commitment. And then Saturday's matchup, you got Landon Knack, the Knack attack, going up against Will Warren. This is more of an even matchup. Landon Knack coming off his best start, really, of the season. One of his best starts of his career, I think, in the regular season. There's no doubt about that. If it weren't for some shoddy defense from Max Muncy, he was looking really good against the Mets. He went 6 innings, gave up just 1 run. He was on his way to going 6 innings of shutout baseball. So I feel good about Knack in this one. Warren, good pitcher for sure. But Sunday, we know the Dodgers, I don't care who the Yankees throw out there, it's TBD at the moment. But Yoshinobu Yamamoto, a 1.97 ERA, you're looking at the advantage. Yamamania on a big stage. We saw last season the Yankees really, that was the game where Yamamoto, if you didn't know who he was in baseball, which you probably already did, well, that changed that. I think that was the day that he became a household name, was when he went into New York. It was early June, around the same time as last year. He went 7 innings, gave up no runs, had 7 strikeouts through 106 pitches. So Yamamoto on Sunday, I think the Dodgers are going to really come in locked in, knowing that they have been playing great baseball of late. They're going to be up for this Yankees game. It's a rematch of the 2024 World Series. I got the Dodgers taking 2 games out of 3 in this one. It will not be easy, but this is a Dodgers team that still has their lineup intact. You have your ace going in one of them, and you're at home at Dodger Stadium. So give me your series predictions for this one. Let me know down below. Yankees, Dodgers, how pumped are you? And also, I want your answer to the poll question. What was the bigger mistake? What was the bigger mistake for the Yankees? Was it Aaron Judge dropping the ball like it was New Year's Eve? Aaron Judge dropping the ball, Kike getting into second, and that look at his face right there. He knows you messed up. I'm telling you, the MVP of this series was Aaron Judge's offense in games 1 through 3, and then Aaron Judge's defense in game 5. Of course, I'm only kidding because Freddie Freeman was incredible. First walk-off grand slam in World Series history. But to think that the night that his offense started to get going, he has a misplay in center field that cost that Yankees team so significantly. Let's look at it one more time. Look at this, dropping the ball. Hey, New Year's Eve in New York. Someone's got to drop the ball. Aaron Judge. I think I'm going to ask Aaron Judge for an autograph today. I'm going to give him the ball, but I think he'll probably end up dropping it. But, I mean, you look at where this Dodgers team is in this one, and then you look at where Aaron Judge is. Hey, he's still putting together an incredible MVP-level season, and Judge and Ohtani is another subplot to be looking for in this one. So, to this series, it's pretty incredible when you look at both these guys and how good they are. They're the two faces of the game. They're the two best players in the game, and they've been great again this season. I think if you have to look at pure offense, you still have to give the edge to Aaron Judge. This year, Judge, 391 batting average, that's first. On base, 48, that's first. Slugging, 739 first. OPS plus 245 first. Home runs, 18 third. Ohtani's first in that category with 20. RBIs, 47, that's fourth. Shohei has 35, is 18th. But WAR, it's a pretty big advantage so far. It's a 4.7 WAR for Judge and 3 for Shohei Ohtani. So, of course, everything changes when Shohei starts to throw and he's a pitcher once again. Then the conversation is over. But this is going to be a big subplot in this one. Judge versus Shohei. Because Shohei got injured in the World Series and he wasn't himself at the plate. He still contributed. I still look at his performance there in game 1 of the World Series. And I don't think that the Dodgers win that game if it weren't for Shohei Ohtani. I certainly don't think that. It doesn't get talked about enough. But in game 1 of that World Series, where the Dodgers win 6-3 in extra innings, let's not forget that it was Shohei Ohtani late in that one with the Dodgers trailing 2-1 that got a 1-out double, and they was able to get to third after the error by Soto, and then Betts, he tied the game with a sacrifice fly. Shohei came in to tie things at 2, and then later in the game, bottom of the 10th inning, it was Shohei Ohtani that kind of put the wheels in motion for that pitching change to bring in Nestor Cortez, and the fact that he fouled out, that opened that base up to intentionally walk Mookie Betts that led to the walk-off grand slam for Freddie Freeman. So even though Shohei didn't have his best Shohei Ohtani hitting World Series, even though it wasn't the Shohei Ohtani that was the big MVP level, best player in the world, best player on the planet, that kind of Shohei Ohtani in the World Series, he still contributed, and I don't think they win the World Series without him. I mean, in the World Series, Shohei, he went 2 for 19, hit 105, but let's be honest, we all know that he was compromised because of that torn labrum. And Aaron Judge in the World Series, he had the awful misplay, one of the worst plays that we've ever seen in the World Series as far as dropping the ball the way he did, missing a play that really a little leaguer could make. I'm pretty sure every single coach in America, every single coach around the world, every single Little League coach in America was like, 2 hands, 2 hands. I mean, why didn't he use 2 hands there? I mean, come on, Judge. We actually are happy that he didn't make that play, but just for the sake of yourself. But Judge, he ended up hitting 222 in that series, going 4 for 18, and had just the 1 home run and 3 RBI. So I think that we need to see a rematch in the World Series to see kind of who gets the best. I mean, Shohei got the ring, so he wins. But as far as it was Freddie Freeman who was the player that stood out above everyone else. Now, as far as who's hot, who's not heading into this series, Cody Bellinger has been really heating up over the last couple of weeks, hitting 357, 3 home runs, 11 RBIs. Paul Goldie's been heating up, hitting 350 over the last 2 weeks. Anthony Volpe hitting 267, slugging 467 with 9 RBIs last couple of weeks. And on the Dodgers side, I mean, we know that Shohei and Freddie Freeman, that they are on fire and always going to be big-time contributors, whether it be from a slugging standpoint, a hitting standpoint. But as far as kind of guys you want to see that are struggling, that you want to see pick it up, Tommy Edman, since coming back from his ankle injury, is hitting 129. And Andy Pages, who's had his moments of late, had some RBIs on the road trip, but he has cooled down since that hot April. He's hitting 208 last couple of weeks. And then Mookie Betts, you're trying to see him. You want to see Mookie get it together a little bit offensively, too. It's a little more consistency. He's hitting 220 over the last couple of weeks. So those are 3 Dodgers I'm looking for to have a really good series at the plate. Everyone talks about Max Muncy. Last 48 plate appearances for Muncy, hitting 286 with a 486 slug with 2 home runs and 12 RBIs. Teo's hitting 265, 471 slug with a home run and 8 RBIs. And Will Smith, the clutch prince, he is legend. He's hitting 393 with slugging 679 in his last 37 plate appearances. So that's kind of the who's hot, who's not. I want to see Edman have a big series, and it'd be nice to see Mookie have a big series. But let me know down below in the comments section, what was the bigger blunder? Was it Aaron Judge dropping the ball with no outs that really started that rally, kind of opened the door? No outs, 0-2 would have been the first out. Kike is able to tag up. I still think somehow, some way, I don't know if Kike put on his banana suit for a split second and got the attention of Aaron Judge, but I think that truly was the distraction there. But Garrett Cole, this would have ended the inning. Look at this. 2 outs, bases loaded, cue shot by Betts. Volpe fields it up. Nobody's home. And then the audacity to point here. What are you pointing at where you should have been? Garrett Cole not covering. Not covering. They're not covering. I have a friend that loves to bet. He's a big gambler, and he always asks me for betting advice because I'm a sports junkie, and this is what I do all day, every day. And every time that he sends me a spread or a matchup and asks me if a team's going to cover, if I don't think they are, I just send him a picture of Garrett Cole, and he gets it because that means they're not covering. I still don't get it. It was the World Series. I get it. He's exhausted. And it's tough. You can make the case that, yes, the Aaron Judge error was bad. Error Judge. But if Garrett Cole just makes the routine PFP, gets over to first, it's no damage done. And what was crazy about that inning, is the fact that it's 5 runs. It's the 5s across the board. 5th inning, 5 runs. 5th game of the World Series, 5-5 score. Freddie Freeman MVP, 5-5-5-5-5. And the truth is, both are probably equally as bad, but you could say that Cole wouldn't have had to face Mookie if Judge would have caught the ball in the first place. Because let's not forget, that hit by Kike Hernandez was the first hit of the game for the Dodgers in that one. So it's tough to say. I still think that Aaron Judge, that blunder, it was almost like when that happened, you knew that inning was going to blow up. It was like the baseball gods giveth, the baseball gods taketh. And I think that inning, when you didn't make that routine play, it kind of springboarded. So it's tough for me. I think you can make a strong case for both. But adding the base runners early in that inning with no outs, I think really, really set them back. And the Dodgers load the bases, put a lot of stress on Cole. Cole's exhausted at that point. Both are inexcusable. Both are going to be talked about forever. I mean, if we're being completely honest, that play by Aaron Judge. If he doesn't go on to win the World Series at some point in his career, as great as his career is, I mean, yes, it was a 3-1 lead in that series. But let's not forget, that was kind of the weakest 3-1 lead in a series in a long time. When you consider the Dodgers were emptying the tank and emptying the clip as far as their reliever options in that game, going with Blake Trinan, using Walker Buehler. Had the Dodgers lost that game, the Yankees had all the momentum and they had the pitching advantage for the rest of the way. I think that you'd probably be looking at a 7-game series and the possibility of losing that one. I mean, it's crazy to think how important that was. So if Aaron Judge doesn't go on to win a World Series, I mean, you might talk about that play forever. I mean, anytime a outfielder drops a ball in the World Series at any point now and it's a crucial play, they're going to bring up Aaron Judge. And you hate that because he's a great player, but that's what happens when you have big-time errors on the big-time stage. But okay, let's get from you guys. Then we're going to talk about that pitcher that's leaving the organization. What's up, Dodgers fans? From Claudia. Max over Sasaki in hindsight. That wasn't the play. I mean, Sasaki cost $6.5 million. You're talking about the difference between a Porsche and a Nissan Altima price, okay? I mean, Sasaki was $6.5 million plus a minor league contract under $800,000. I mean, it's just not apples to apples there. Max Fried got $218 million. Nando $390. Muncy has 3 more errors this weekend. Yankees win 2 out of 3 from Scrubby. What's up with Alexis Diaz? Def the drop ball from Nicholas. BC said none of them because the series was over at 3-0. Yeah, interesting. I mean, that's a good way to put it. I mean, I think baseball is different in the sense that we have seen a 3-0 comeback, and we did see the comeback that Dave Roberts was a part of. So, but yeah, I do think that you look at that right there, and you have to say that they would have been a good position. But I'm glad we don't have to go that route, right? What's up, Muad'Dib 69? No Pajes left field. Roy Estrada, no Pajes left field. Edmund center field. Teo right field. Kike third base. Moogie shortstop. Rojas second base. Freddie first base. Smith catching. Ohtani at DH. Dodgers will get swept. I have no high expectations from Todd K. Coffee Boy. Judge's doink was a colossal F up. God bless him. Roy Estrada, what is up? Adam Young, if LA goes 4-3 this homestand, I'll be happy. Yeah, if you just play above average baseball during this stretch, you're going to have the easiest schedule for the rest of the way after this 29-game stretch where you're facing above average competition. So I think I would take that. Ideally, you get a couple more wins, but sure, you'd be in a good spot if you're able to just maintain and not have a disastrous losing streak. Yes, unfortunately, tonight's game is on Apple TV. From Cholo Trucker. Matt Leiter, Dodgers need to score 8 runs a game. If we do that, we'll be okay, but our pitching is not right. Catman and Kasperius should hold tonight. We've got Ray. Hopefully, Robert starts Kiki over Conforto and Kim over Max Muncy. Roku offers a free month. Claudia hooking up with a little hack here. Roku offers a free month trial for Apple TV. Let's go. We've got, see if we got the lineup out so we can drop that really quick. But welcome to Dodgers Dugout Live, a Friday show. Big night in Dodgerland. Yankees, the Yankees, taking on the Dodgers in this one. So we're still waiting on that lineup to drop. So it's a couple news and notes to get into. On this one. And JP Fireisen, he elected for free agency. He elected for free agency instead of staying with the organization after he was DFA'd. He cleared waivers and was sent to AAA Oklahoma City outright, but he rejected the assignment in favor of going into free agency. So he had the ability to do that because of 2 things. He had been DFA'd previously, and he already has 3 years of major league service time. So when you have those 2 things, you can reject it. That's what he did. The Dodgers just kind of used him and abused him, kind of just, hey, forget it, use him, whatever. We'll be happy to DFA you if you want to stay in the organization. That's great. And that's what they're going to do during this stage of the season. They DFA'd him on May 25th after they signed Chris Stratton, and they made room on that 40-man roster for Stratton, and they optioned Bobby Miller to Oklahoma City, and they did that after he came up to give you some coverage in the Mets series. So Fireisen was with the Dodgers a couple years ago. They traded for him in 2022 for minor leaguer Jeff Belge, And unfortunately, it just did not work out. I mean, he was recovering from shoulder surgery. He wasn't the guy they hoped he would be. Here to eat innings, had some familiarity with the organization. But, yeah, you guys call him fire hydrant. I saw what is up with that. A couple more updates. Michael Kopech, he pitched for his second straight night. That's a big box to check off when you're coming back from an injury during the rehab process. And he came in to close out the sixth inning. He went 2 batters. He gave up a hit. He got a strikeout. And also Edgardo Henriquez, he made his first appearance of the year. He broke his foot early in spring training, and he got 2 outs. He gave 1 run. So Michael Kopech going on back-to-backs is big. Having a little more success, cleaning up that command is big. So I expect to see Kopech back pretty soon here, and they need it. I mean, right now, Ben Kasparius is your best right-handed reliever, and he's been one of the most valuable relievers in Major League Baseball this year. And for Kasparius to not have to just be that guy all by himself right now with Evan Phillips out and Kirby Yates out and Blake Tryon out and Bruce Dark-Gratterall out, I think is going to be big time for this bullpen that needs all the help they can get right now. Another positive injury update is about Emmett Sheehan. So Emmett Sheehan is continuing to impress Dave Roberts and his organization with how he looks. Dave said that he's been really impressive. He has a really explosive, lifey fastball that's commanded. The breaking ball, the changeup have all been really good too. So Sheehan is supposed to come back at some point in June. So that's definitely a plot to monitor. I mean, I think Sheehan is a guy that was not talked about enough heading into this season because of all the talent they acquired. Blake Snell, Roki Sasaki, Tanner Scott. Emmett Sheehan could be an absolute X factor for this team. He has one of the best and most explosive fastballs in the organization. He throws it at an almost 60% clip. He can hit 96, 97 on it, but it's the movement that it has, and it has a 29.6% swing and miss rate. So that's in the 74th percentile in pitchers in 2023. If he builds on that, he's going to have a spot in this team. So I think that you can firmly place him in to the Dodgers' future, and if that means taking someone's spot in the bullpen, then so be it. But I think that with Kasparius, with Emmett Sheehan, you're going to have 2 really explosive right-handed relievers that can go multiple innings. I think that's going to provide a ton of value, and they're just going to continue to monitor his progression, and they're going to really kind of get going with that. Now, a couple other updates. Mark Pryor talked about Tanner Scott, and if you watched yesterday's show, what did I say about Tanner Scott? I said he's living too much in the zone, still getting some swing and miss. Had 9 swings and misses in 26 pitches a couple days ago, but he's throwing strikes at too high of a clip. I mean, his walk rate is at 3%. It's a career low, and I don't think it's a good thing because I think that with a little bit of diminished velocity and staying in the zone, you're going to get hit harder, and you're not going to keep hitters off balance. And Mark Pryor said as much. He said yesterday the velocity is down a little bit, so obviously these guys get that fraction of a second longer, and he's in the zone more when he needs to be out of the zone. Therefore, it creates more contact. There you go. Maybe I should be a pitching coach, okay? I can do this. And he said, I don't see us making a change like we did last year. I don't see that happening. And so they're going to stick with him, and that's not going to change at all whatsoever. Now, an update on Tommy Edman. So has been scuffling. I mean, he definitely has not looked like the guy we saw that was Tommy Tanks, 8 home runs, looking like a guy that was a shoo-in to make the All-Star team. Well, I've heard people say, wait, D-Mac is the ankle injury. He was actually scuffling before that. And I went back and looked at it today. 10 games before he hit the IL, he was hitting 211 with a 694 OPS. And Dave said even a little bit before he went on the IL, I think he wasn't particularly in a good spot, and that's right-handed and left-handed. I think there's certainly a lot more chase below from Tommy. There's a couple things that he could potentially change, I think, to get him in a better spot. So that's one thing to look at this weekend is the offense from Tommy Edman, and you're seeing him chase. I mean, the play discipline from him is not where it was early on this season. He's expanding the zone, pitches up and away when he's batting left-handed, down and away when he's batting from the right side. So I think it's pitch selection and swing decision for Tommy Edman and just kind of getting back to the principles of his swing. But those are the big updates right now, and I'm headed to the stadium, so I'm going to hit a live tonight, and let's hear from you guys. Drop your predictions. Who's going deep? I think Shohei Ohtani is going to want to have a big series. I think Shohei Ohtani is going to want to have a big series against the Yankees. I got a show bomb 21 for Shohei. I got Mookie Betts leaving the yard too. I think Mookie Betts offensively shows some signs of real life in this series. So I'm going to go 2 bombs tonight, Mookie and Shohei. But let me know down below who's leaving the yard for your boys in blue in this one. We got some more comments down below. Welcome to Dodgers Dugout Live. Dodgers mascot Smokey the Bear. Lucy Park, I really hate it when fans boo, whether ex-Dodger or not. Hey, you can boo, you can boo. It's just don't throw stuff at players, okay? Don't drop F-bombs and crazy stuff. Garrett Cole not covering. Wadib69 says that was the worst play. We've got Shine Star. Judge drop is more iconic and will be remembered forever. I think that's the fair take on that one. What's up, Craig Osterberg? Dodgers win 10-3. Give Kim some playing time for October. DKLAA 777. Yeah, I'm going to ask Dave about that today as far as the plan for Haesung Kim and just what they're looking to do with him. Because I think for him, I mean, you look at the numbers, still hitting well over 300, but the at-bats have gone down significantly. And his whole role was kind of to be a pinch runner and to be used in those situations. But I think that for him to continue to grow, he needs at-bats. He needs at-bats. And I think for him, if you really think he's going to be a big part of your postseason, he's got to get opportunities. In the Guardian series, 3 games, he had 3 at-bats. Mets series had just 1 at-bat. He's not getting a ton of playing time. He's not getting a lot of at-bats. So he's made swing changes. He ditched the leg kick. He's flattened the bat path, has that kind of pinwheel swing that kind of gets pitches down the zone to lift it. But I think for him to kind of master the swing changes that they gave him, he needs more opportunities, and you need to see if those swing changes can get through a big league slump. We haven't seen him have a extended slump, but I don't care who you are. One of my number 1 rules for hitters is until I've seen you make it through a big league slump, before I've seen you get booed, like you mentioned, before I've seen you have Dave Roberts put his arm around you and have a little heart-to-heart, before I've seen you slam the batting helmet and break the bat or just look really frustrated, until I've seen you come out of that when opposing teams can adjust to you, well, then I'm going to have my doubts. And I think that he has the skills to do that, but he needs the opportunity, and that's just a part of the game. I mean, I was talking to Todd Frazier a couple of days ago, former MLB All-Star. I asked him, hey, what is your best advice you've ever gotten? And he told me the best advice that I've ever gotten about being a big league player is expect failure, but don't accept failure. So that's the number 1 thing. Expect failure, because Hall of Famers fail 7 out of 10 times doing this, but don't accept failure. And you got to make those adjustments accordingly. I'm going to drop that interview with Todd Frazier on Tuesday, so be on the lookout for that. He had some really interesting things to say for sure about your Los Angeles Dodgers. Okay, more comments down below. We got Muncie's defense is not a bad word. It's a family show. We've got some more here. At this point, I'll believe when I see it. We got some good stats from BC. BC always bringing the good stats. 4-0 versus the Yankees. The trash throws are. I see you. But that Edman has been bad from BC. We have the Muncie haters are pitiful from Creed Burns. SK is a Tanner Scott fan. I just tell the truth. Bilal K, I'm glad when I hear someone else say it before I say it, because I seem to get slaughtered. Hey, everyone, we have freedom of say whatever you want. You guys can say whatever you want in this chat as long as you're not attacking each other, okay? This is an open forum. The number 1 goal for this show is to be the truth about Dodger baseball, okay? D-Mac, you get those Kobe shoes. Did not get the Kobe's, man. I didn't get those Kobe's. I did get some. I did get some cement fours recently, but I didn't get the Kobe's yet. I mean, I want to get them. You guys send me a pair. Do that. I know they're pretty tough to get for sure. I used to play a lot of basketball. Played basketball in high school, and I played intramural at UCLA, and I used to play in the Kobe 4s, 5s, and 6s, the best performance shoe ever. But haven't hooped too much in recent years since the back injury. But might have to get back into it, man. You guys, what's your guys' favorite sport to play, man? I got to get back into softball too. Anyone want to share your Apple TV accounts from Domino Vargas? Get Roki a torta ASAP. Timmy, yeah, if I see him today, I'm going to give him a torta. I'll bring one with me to the stadium. I got you. Judge dropped the ball is now iconic. LMAO. Dodgers will wake up tonight from Coffee Boy. Delirium, I'm here. I'm late. Who left the Dodgers? Oh, we're talking about JP Fireeisen rejecting that assignment. So he was not in the organization anymore. Nando, 390. Noel, going to be at the 35er tonight. Oh, man. That bartender. Yeah, it's my friend Monique. We need a D-Mac bobblehead, Claudia 11. Hey, man, throw out the first pitch bobblehead. I'm down for sure. Bellinger 4K game from BC. I'm Scott. Thanks for your coaching advice. LSU Jones, 76 gas. A couple more here, guys. Claudia 11. D-Mac be dropping air balls. Oh, man. You know what? I got to give myself a finish him for that one. Give myself a finish him for that one. Finish him. By the way, it is Friday, and every Friday we are going to shine some light on a Dodgers minor leaguer. They watch the show. Their parents watch the show. And here, let's talk about it on this week's Down on the Farm Fridays.
Down on the Farm Friday.
So today we're going to give some love to Ryan Ward. Now, Ryan Ward, he's 27. He's closer to 30 than he is to 20. This is his third year for the Oklahoma City now Comets, and he has been on a tear. He's their left fielder, their DH. He plays first for them. He does it all, and he's doing whatever he can to get his opportunity in the show. Thursday had the best day of his career down at the minor league level. He went 5 for 5, had 3 home runs and 6 RBIs, and he's top 5 in PCL, in batting average, home runs, RBIs, and OPS. So Ryan Ward, this is a guy that you just kind of wonder, is he ever going to get that opportunity? I mean, is he just the Crash Davis for the Dodgers? Is he going to get a chance to see what he can do? I mean, he has shown some positional versatility. He has shown the ability to hit consistently. And the fact is, he's played left, and he's also a lefty. And Michael Conforto has been really, really bad for the most part this season. We've seen a little bit of a turnaround. We saw a home run from him, and they're going to give him that runway. But how about Ryan Ward? Give him some love for being our Down the Farm Fridays Dodgers minor leaguer of the week.
The 0-2 from Morales, hit in the air deep down the left field line. Heading back to the track as Cortez, left fielder, looks up, and this one's gone. A 2-run home run for Ryan Ward extends the lead to 4-0. Test. 1-0 pitch, hit high in the air down the left field side. Heading towards the corner is Cortez. Left fielder's at the track. He's at the wall. This thing's fair, and this thing is gone. Ryan Ward with his second home run of the night.
With one of his highest home run totals of his career. There's a long drive to right field. Way back goes Thomas, and that ball's out of here. And there you go. It is a 5 for 5 night for Ryan Ward, who's having himself a little bit of a ball game, I would say. He's now hit 3 home runs in the game.
Imagine going 5 for 5 like in anything, like in Wii Sports, T-ball, Little League, JV. I mean, just imagine going 5 for 5 like any level of competitive baseball, but then also hitting 3 home runs. I mean, that's really, really impressive. And Ryan Ward, believe it or not, he's not even a top 30 prospect for the Dodgers because of his age, but I want to see him get his opportunity at some point. I really, really do. If it's not with this team, it's got to be with another team sooner than later. A couple other minor league notes. Bobby Miller had a decent start. Really nice start for Miller. He was really efficient. Needed just 69 pitches to get through 5 2/3 innings. Didn't give up a run. Gave just 2 hits. Had 1 walk. So that's 3 really good starts in a row for Bobby Miller down there at the minor league level. He's given up just 1 run in 14 innings. So with the injuries piling up for the Dodgers, I think that Bobby Miller is definitely angling to get another opportunity and should be one of those next guys up if they need another starter to fill some innings. All right, guys, so let's get to you. It's all about you guys. Give me your hottest takes. Give me your biggest, boldest predictions. Who should the Dodgers trade for? Whatever you got, I'll read it next on the 7th inning stretch.
The 7th inning stretch.
Gabriel Cowan, we are usually pretty good against Freed. Delirium 9, remember that stowaway scene from the film of Ferosa? That's what this weekend series is going to be like. Nice pull there. Cholo Trucker Dodgers single A team is moving to Ontario, California next year. You should do a show from there. That'd be pretty fun for sure. I love the people over at Rancho. They're awesome. Yeah, this is from Valhalla Sports Talk. James Outman hit a bomb yesterday, too. Yeah, James Outman has been really good. I mean, James Outman at that minor league level, he's had a lot of success. I mean, he hit another home run, and he has not been good in the show. He's gone 3 for 24, but he has hit bombs and has been really good for AAA Oklahoma City. D is from Joe Magazzini. D-Mag, what's up with your boy Miguel Vargas? Oh, yeah, my boy that everyone told me was terrible. Everyone told me was a bust. Everyone said it should be DFA'd. Miguel Vargas on a crappy team, the Chicago White Sox, is starting to figure it out. Hitting 245, 323 on base, a 444 slug, and a 118 weighted runs created plus, has 8 home runs this season. Right now, Miguel Vargas would have a better weighted runs created plus than Max Muncy, than Kike Hernandez, than Tommy Edman. I mean, not saying that I'd rather have Miguel Vargas than all those players or anything like that, but, I mean, that is definitely impressive. I mean, that is definitely impressive, and I think that you're looking at a guy that's still just 25 years old. Right? I mean, that's definitely very, very impressive. I mean, I think that he's still going to have an opportunity to have an impact on this team. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again, I always believe in Miguel Vargas because he has that special hit tool, right? And it's tough to teach that. I mean, if Miguel Vargas has 1 million fans, I'm one of them. If he has 1 fan, then I'm that one. If he has no fans, that means I'm no longer on this earth. Okay, I said it before. I'll say it again. Miggy Varg. But let's read some more of your comments. Of course, I'm only playing, guys. A little dramatic there. Here we go. We got D-Mac bobblehead eating the glizzy. Oh, man. You guys, who's going to the game tonight? Because I think it's I haven't eaten anything for breakfast. Haven't had anything for lunch. And maybe I'll be just hungry enough. Maybe I'll be just hungry enough to have that Dodgers glizzy anymore. So is that the thing? Like I heard the Gen Z, they don't eat hot dogs, right? Why does everyone give me crap for this picture, guys? Is this really that sus? I mean, come on now. Bruh. I mean, come on. Bruh. If you guys join the Discord, this is my profile pic, by the way. This is my profile pic. Crushing that glizzy. All right, let's go back into the comment section. Couple more guys got to head off to the stadium soon. I take Miguel Vargas' mom at third base, then Muncy. Come on, Tommy De La Rosa. Come on. That is not cool. Let's go. Let's give you a bruh. We've got Max Muncy's been pretty decent at the plate last couple of weeks. The defense needs to be better. But I'm putting I think that this is a defining next couple of weeks for Muncy. I really do. I think you really want to see him get his season off the ground consistently, because at some point those plate appearances, they pile up to a level where it gets almost impossible to get your numbers back to really respectable. But the thing is, for Muncy, he's hovering around league average all of a sudden. I'm a fan of Torta D-Mac. We got saving for that glizzy. D-Mac, don't you do the Lady in the Tramp with Dodgers fans? Okay. Following off, there was bruh from Reno. Oh, my God. This is a family show. D-Mac from SK. It's the bulging eyes for me. LOL. What do you mean? Oh, you're right. I've always known I was at the DMV actually getting my new license, and they were like, every time I smile, I do the crazy eyes. I'm like, and they're like, can you do that again without the crazy eyes? I don't think we should do that. I was like, all right, fine. Alex Renteria says I'm super sus. Matt Leiter says, dude, I need to bleach my eyes. Parker Lee, come on, Parker Lee. I read it. I'm laughing. Not going to read it on the show.
Finish him.
On the show for sure. Taking like a, do you think Miguel Vargas wants to be back? Of course he does. Of course. Save that OFD, Mac. Come on. Absolutely he does. There's no doubt about that he does. I mean, I think if you are Miguel Vargas, why wouldn't you want to be in LA? But I think too, it's like for some of these guys, if I'm around the league and I'm on the Dodgers, I'm looking at Miguel Vargas, I kind of look at it and say, man, it would be pretty nice. It would be pretty nice to just get that opportunity. Jay says, what is the future of Michael Conforto? So basically right now, Dave Roberts has already said that there is a point where you have to make a move and change things up. But right now he says production certainly warrants opportunity. I do feel his track record has given him a longer leash, which he has earned. So, yeah, I mean, I think that he's pretty safe to have that, and I don't think that's going to change right now. I think that he's in a good spot to get that opportunity, but whether he makes the most of it, only the next couple of month and a half up into the All-Star break is going to tell. After the All-Star break, if he's struggling, he's going to be gone, and they're going to replace him, and they're going to find another guy for that role. I guarantee you that. So that is kind of where they are at for sure. Okay, couple more here, and then we will get some more of your comments here. Welcome to Dodgers Dugout Live, Friday episode. Yankees, D-Mac, I believe in Muncie. D-Mac with the glizzy. Come on. John Carlos Stanton is still running home bobblehead. That's a good one. That's from a Demo Publican. That's a hilarious one. I like that. All right, here we go. William Kai wouldn't mind Bellinger having himself a day. Yeah, I mean, wait, why would you want to have Bellinger have himself a day? I mean, I hope Bellinger goes over 5 with 5 strikeouts. I mean, I get the whole once a Dodger, always a Dodger thing. That's always kind of cool. But no, absolutely not. Not when you're facing the boys in blue. You want to get those wins. But this from Nando 390. Will heads roll if the Dodgers drop this Yankee series? If they absolutely get swept and beat bad, I think that I don't know if heads would roll, but it would definitely put the Dodgers in a spot where you probably are in second place in the division potentially, depending on how the Padres and Giants fare and things like that. But it definitely would not be good. I mean, I don't think it would. CC, I saw that Apple Pod, shout out your pod, D-Mac. Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, we're the number one Dodgers podcast on Apple, so appreciate them for doing that. Going to have Talkin' Jake from Talking Yankees on the show next week, so that should be fun. We'll talk about what we learned for this series. Dan Moreno said D-Mac stick to tortas. Okay, awesome stuff. All right, guys, who's hitting a home run tonight? And give me your series predictions. How many games do the Dodgers win this series? 1, 2, or 3? I'm saying 2 out of 3. I think you got 1 in Yamamoto for sure, and then you have to take the Knack or Gonsolin game, and I think you need a Dodgers offensive explosion game for sure. We've got D-Mac Big. Ben Kasperius is a total stud. Yeah, I'm going to talk to Ben Kasperius today about the year he's having, and we'll definitely talk about that next week because he's been an absolute stud, and you're absolutely right. Where would this team be without Ben Kasperius? He's been really, really good all throughout the year, and he's just embraced a role, and that's what you love about him. But, all right, guys, running out of time, so let's get into it with the walk-off.
The walk-off.
Hits the ball to right field. She is gone!
All right, today on the walk-off, MLB on Fox. To hype up this series, they dropped their top 10 Yankees and top 10 Dodgers of all time. We'll start with their top 10 Yankees. 1, they have Babe Ruth. 2, Lou Gehrig. 3, Mickey Mantle. 4, Joe DiMaggio. 5, Derek Jeter. 6, Yogi Berra. 7, Mariano Rivera. By the way, someone commented yesterday that really made me laugh. I don't know who it was, but when I was talking about Alexis Diaz and I was saying that he wasn't going to be the next Mariano Rivera. Someone said, hey, Mariano Rivera is healthy. We should just sign him. So that made me laugh. But they have him at 7th, Alex Rodriguez at 8, Reggie Jackson 9, and Aaron Judge 10. So Judge could continue to go up that list, but seems like a decent list. I think Mantle's underrated. He's a more productive player than Joe DiMaggio. Jeter at 5, I think, is the questionable one for me. I think you probably could take Yogi above him, and we'll see if Judge, if he wins a couple World Series and continues at this pace, I think he will be a top 5 Yankee when it's all said and done. And then their top 10 list for the Dodgers, let's go 10-1. So 10, Don Sutton. Don Sutton was here for a really long time. He was the wins leader for a long time, strikeout leader for a long time, volume stats, he had that. Dazzy Vance at 9, Duke Snider at 8, Roy Campanella at 7, Don Drysdale at 6, Pee Wee Reese at 5, Fernando Valenzuela at 4, Clayton Kershaw at 3, Sandy Koufax at 2, and Jackie Robinson at 1. So interesting list. I think Jackie Robinson, when you include the cultural impact that he had that transcends baseball, clearly he's number 1. Sandy Koufax, though, I mean, who was the very best at what they did at their position, I think it's him. I do truly think that he's the best at his position in the history of this franchise. I truly believe that. Then Fernando also gets a lot of points for the fact that, I mean, what he did for this franchise, bringing an entire demographic that was not happy with the Dodgers and everything behind that, Fernando Mania. But I think Duke Snider a little low on this list. And I think the big question for me is who will get added onto this list. I think that Mookie, if he continues his career, he'll possibly be on this list, maybe 9 or 10 range. Shohei Ohtani, though, he'll be top 5. And I think it'll be Koufax, Kirsch, Ohtani, and Robinson, really, as their top 5 of all time. I think that's just kind of how I feel about that list. But maybe I'll do a full-blown top 10. Oral deserves some love from Alex Renteria. Where's Piazza from Claudia 11? Hey, Piazza finished his career here. Claudia, 100% he'd be on this list. No doubt about it. And the truth is, Piazza, his best individual years, 97, 96, those were with the Dodgers as far as his individual years as a hitter. Kershaw, the Godfather from SK. No Zach Wheat, Nufo. That's the other one, too. Zach Wheat should have been on that list for sure. And I think that whoever put this together didn't put a lot of love in that as far as, I mean, Zach Wheat is 4th all-time in WAR for the Dodgers at 59.4. Only players that have more are Pee Wee, Duke Snider, and Jackie Robinson. So, yeah, there's guys like Gil Hodges is a guy that could have made that list kind of towards the end there, and then just kind of the offensive WAR numbers. I think Pee Wee Reese is deserving of that spot, especially when you consider the defense and how he really was a captain for that team. And I think the only one that should have been on the list that wasn't is Zach Wee, and then you could possibly make the case for Gil Hodges as well. But a couple more here, guys. Ron Say, Ellis Jones. Yep. D-Mac, where's Zach Wee? Yeah, Zach Wee getting shafted, man. Mickey Hatcher, Ron Say, Eric Gagne, Chase Utley. All right, guys, but that's going to do it for this episode of Dodgers Dugout Live. I'll be joining you after. Craig Osterberg says Steve Garvey, the Iron Man. Yeah, look, I asked the Dodgers historian Mark Langell who he thinks is his favorite Dodger or best Dodger. He still has Steve Garvey. I mean, a lot of people love Garvey, but you didn't have the overall WAR numbers from the start to finish of his career. He's not really going to be a guy that's going to make the Hall of Fame one day, but Oral, he was really good. I mean, Oral's great. No doubt about it. It'd be great to see if he had finished his whole career here as well. But, all right, guys, tonight, Dodgers, Yankees. Find me after the game and do a post-game show from the stadium. We're going to do some vlogging from there. It's going to be a lot of fun. And let's get this dub, man. Let's show the Yankees that West Coast is the best coast, right? Let's show them that it's all about it's I love LA, right? Over New York. But, yep, I'll check in with you guys after the game. Enjoy the series. Drop your comments down below, your series predictions. My name is Doug McKain. You can follow me on X and Instagram at DMac_LA. Remember to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, hit the like button, and that nothing, absolutely nothing, brings us together quite like Dodger baseball. Until next time. Well, actually, let's see real quick. do one more check for the lineup. I'll check for the lineup for you guys. Okay, see you guys asking me. Do we have? Not yet. So I'll tweet out. Go to my Twitter on DMAC_lay. I'll tweet as soon as it drops. That's going to do it, go, guys. Have a great weekend. And remember that nothing brings together quite like Dodger baseball. And until next time, think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.
Start the party, Los Angeles! Your Dodgers have won the World Series!
And when the upcoming winter gives way to spring, rest assured, once again, it will be time for Dodger baseball.